Now, on No More Download.
There's no such thing as black gays. Yeah, we don't exist. We're like unicorns.
Flipping the script. Hollywood's black gays and lesbians ready for their close-up.
It's very simple. It's about coming out.
I'm Janora McDuffie. Is America ready for an openly gay African-American movie star?
Well, I guess first we need to get an openly gay star out there first, huh? Yeah.
The faces of gay marriage.
We got married before they passed Prop 8.
And I'm Jonathan Plummer. Is the black community ready to face gay marriage?
We want people to know that love is love and that relationships are relationships.
Slight smile, mouth closed.
Then, what are his photographs saying to the world?
Can a sister get a break?
And in Straight Talk, why is this straight woman angry?
It's not people who question my sexuality, it's black men who question my sexuality, and it breaks my heart.
Tonight we are in West Hollywood, California for a very important event.
Stand by, because No More Down Low starts right now.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the very first edition of our show.
Janora, I'm so glad to be here with you today as we focus on some serious issues.
Oh yeah, the pleasure's definitely all mine, Jonathan.
Beautiful.
Hey now. But he's right. Today we are focusing on a very serious issue. It's about to be a vigil to honor some of those gay youth who recently committed suicide.
And you know what, Janora? I'm gonna find some people to talk to about the recent tragedies.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll see you
later.
soon.
Okay, babe.
Okay, now while he does that, we're gonna do this. Picture this. Black, openly gay, and a movie star. You think we'll ever see that premiere? Well, let's check in with Mark Noble as he looks at flipping the script.
Hey, come on, look at me. I'm a black superstar. I shouldn't have a white wife. Right? That's how we get down. There's no such thing as black gays. Yeah, we don't exist. We're like unicorns. And
using humor, but when Wanda Sykes paved the way, revealing herself as a lesbian during the Prop 8 rallies, Hollywood stood up. She is one of the very few mainstream out actors of color.
She opened a door that literally has not been opened before. That comes with a huge weight and responsibility. And she's done it with grace and with humor, and people have embraced her.
I just think it's the more people are open and just get, are true to themselves and not worry about what everybody else thinks, then I think you'll start seeing more openly gay black people.
And at what point in your career do you say, you know what, I'm going to take a chance, I'm going to make a leap?
For those who are out, like actor Wilson Cruz and Maurice Jamal, and even director Paris Barkley, there is still a struggle within the cause. They were some of the Hollywood players who spoke openly at this discussion at the Writers Guild series Flipping the Script, encouraging the visibility of the creative minds in Hollywood in front of and behind the camera.
Now the question is, what do we do? What's next? And it's very simple. It's about coming out. And it's about making a very personal decision to use your own life and your art to make a difference on behalf of the people who come behind you.
So you would say, please.
A conversation led by advocate and Divas singing creator Sheryl Lee Ralph.
Is it easier for women? Because it seems as though lesbians are okay if they're wearing a thong and lipstick. But if they start dressing like men, then we got an issue, unless they're selling makeup.
It was also about establishing a presence in Hollywood and removing the fear and ostracism from the various communities of color, be they Latin, Asian, and African American.
There's no room for us to be hating on each other.
I thought it was
fantastic. For me, the most exciting thing is how many people came out and wanted to talk about it and how positive the conversation was.
This is no less an issue than it was for us in the 60s and the 70s as African Americans and the 80s. We have young kids killing themselves because people do not understand who they are. And we have people murdering people because they don't understand who they are.
Change is going to happen, and change is incremental. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. I think that we definitely have inspired people to do something different.
You have the ability to change people's hearts and their minds and open them up to an experience of knowing a gay person. And they may not have done that before they knew you and you were out.
Clearly, this is one step in a series of conversations that need to happen within our own community. And judging by the standing room only that was in this place, the efforts to crack and break that glass closet door are well underway. Reporting for No More Down Low, Mark Noble.
Thanks so much, Mark. Hopefully that's the first panel discussion of many more to come. Let's go check in with Jonathan.
You are never alone. You are not responsible for anyone who chooses to take their own life.
Janora, I'm here at the Candlelight Vigil with
Jason.
So Jason, why is it important for you to be here today?
I think it was important to pay tribute to the young lives lost and to let the LGBT youth know that it does get better. Committing suicide lets the other side win. So I just wanted them to know that it does get better and to stick with it.
Thank you very much, Jason, for your time. Janora, back to you.
Okay, Jonathan, I will be there in a few, but not until we talk about the topic of gay marriage. Definitely hot debate from coast to coast, but in the coverage, we don't see a lot of faces that look like ours. That is, until now.
We want people to know that love is love and that relationships are relationships, and whether it's heterosexual, whether it's same-sex love, that it is true.
Kandi Bailey and Lisa Shea Simth of the LA local blues band 805 South met 10 years ago at a nightclub in Nashville. They've been making sweet music together ever since.
We fight over money issues, do I look fat in this dress or do I look fat in these pants? It's the same. It's the same. The only difference is that we're two women. This is so much fun, man.
But there's just one other difference. They are just one of some 18,000 same-gender-loving California couples whose marital status is in limbo.
We got married before they passed Prop 8.
We were in San Francisco and we got the news, my phone rang, it's like, girl, they made it legal. And so we were like, we gotta get an appointment.
They got the appointment, they got the papers, and they got married. Then along came Prop 8, the ballot measure that made same-sex marriage in California illegal.
That was one of the hardest days ever. We held each other, cried, screamed, cried some more.
It was bittersweet. It's like, okay, Obama, yay, Obama! And then, when I was looking at the other numbers, I was like, oh
yeah.
So, and then I said to myself, man, if it fails, I'm moving to Canada.
I know, we were like, let's get out of here!
Though still legally married, Kandi and Lisa decided to stay. Lisa kept her day job as web designer and consultant, while Kandi is just a thesis away from her doctorate in psychology. They chose to stand up and rep for themselves as well as others.
We take pride in just being out as lesbians, just African Americans, just showing people that it's possible to be who we are, to be authentic to whatever creative avenues that you have, and just be you.
Statistics show that 64% of African Americans are not in favor of gay marriage. We got a lot of work to do. Jonathan?
I'm delighted that I get to say to my youth every Sunday, you are who you are, and we embrace who you are, and we are thankful for who you are.
Janora, as people are continuing to arrive at the Candlelight Vigil, we're going to leave West Hollywood and head to San Francisco to meet a man whose name is Duane Cramer, who's trying to change the image of gay people of color, one photograph at a time.
I really have chosen to use my gift and my talent to bring focus and highlight to people that oftentimes would not be noticed or seen.
Bill, Hill, Maxine, Willie and Nancy. Dewayne Kramer has photographed some of the most influential figures of our time. But when he focuses his lens on the not-so-famous, he says he makes a greater impact.
There is a lack of visibility of Black lesbians and gay men, you know, in the media, in our publications, on TV. So it's very important that we find those people that are willing to be open and out, and then to be captured and shown, you know, to the world. Looking right at the camera.
Mike Survillion is one of those people Kramer wants the world to know.
Smile, Mike.
This former ABA pro basketballer and logo reality TV star is a member of San Francisco's legendary team, the Rock Dogs. He is also openly gay.
It's been a challenge, but it's nothing that, you know, I'm worried about, because I know my family loves me regardless. So things will roll out in my favor.
And though Mike is comfortable living in his own truth, he's counting the days till another jock has the courage to take the big jumper.
Hopefully one day we do get that huge star, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, wherever, and they just open up and let everybody know who they really are. I guarantee it'll pave the way for those, especially those who are on the down low.
I often say that, you know, being gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender may not be the norm, but it is normal.
And what else is normal for Dewayne Kramer? Lending his talents for social causes, like the images used for this Bay Area billboard campaign designed to promote Black adoption.
I just want people to say that Dewayne has made the world a better place, and through his images, they will live on forever. And these people will live on forever.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back. We've talked about who is gay, but what about who isn't?
Well, Lisa Bennett asked the question, can a sister get a break in this edition of Straight Talk?
Can a sister get a break? I admit it, I'm a serial dater and I love bachelorhood. But let's face it, a Black woman of a certain age who's never been married with no kids, don't think I don't know what people may be wondering behind my back.
And just what could they be wondering? If I'm the big L word, not loser, lesbian. Not that I have anything against them. Some of my best friends are lesbian. But just the thought of it sent a straight Southern girl like me running to see my sex therapist.
Well, I think today we use the term lesbian a lot. There's programs on television, there are movies about lesbians. So I think people are becoming more and more familiar with the term and what it means, and some of those stereotypes, I believe, are slipping away.
Then I discovered I'm not the only person people may be whispering about. Lord, there seems to be a whole sorority of strong, Black, unmarried sisters with no kids who are feeling my pain.
It's not people who question my sexuality, it's Black men who question my sexuality, and it breaks my heart because I'm not a lesbian. I love brothers.
Meet my new BFF, Paula Mitchell. She's a 40-something single professional sister who, just like me, don't have chick nor child.
I've had quite a few men who wanted me to be the mother of their child. They just didn't want to be a husband. And so I made a choice not to have children. And it was very hard for me to make, trust me.
Now, do you find that it's hard to convince them that it is a choice, I don't want to have kids?
Yes. They think you're making it up. They think something's wrong with me. What do you mean you don't want kids? What's wrong with you? Or when you tell people you don't have kids, not people, when you tell Black people you don't have children, everybody in the room get quiet and look at you differently. Look at Oprah. Oprah doesn't have children, and she's not a lesbian, but people assume she is. They make all kinds of assumptions about her. I think a lot of times women are waiting to look for the right partner, because my friend's mom told me years ago, if a woman have a lot of choices in life, make sure you pick the right partner to have your baby with. And I totally agree with her with that.
Yeah, she's right. But that sent me running back for another session with Dr. Gail Wyatt.
And I think that we in the African American community really have to hold our feet to the fire on this issue. We are so quick to judge and to demonize anyone who's different, and yet we're so sensitive about other people demonizing us. I think that if we are the first ones to cast the stone, we really have to look at how we're living our lives and to stop judging other people so that they can be who they are.
This is what I want to know.
Okay.
As a single person, are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Child, whether you're straight or gay, the majority of black women aren't married anyway, according to statistics. So what's the moral of the story? Don't judge a book by its cover. For Straight Talk, I'm with Lisa Bennett.
Now here's what's coming up on our next show.
On the next No More Down Low, it was the tweet that went viral. It's the photograph that ignited a firestorm of controversy. Two young African-American men embracing on an Atlanta subway.
I see this every day on Crenshaw Boulevard.
They're gay.
They look like they could be just like homeboys.
Man, I'm not just about to be hugged up on you on the bus.
I recognize that probably the uproar was based because it's two men.
There's nothing wrong with it. Through the way they dress, it's probably a little bit different from people who usually see it, you know what I mean?
Hey, just playing around real quick, like, you know, hey, what's up? But that's it.
It'd bother me if my son was sitting right there.
No More Down Low examines the controversy.
And that's all coming up on our next edition of No More Down Low, so be sure not to miss it. From West Hollywood, California, reminding you to spread love, not hate, I'm Janora McDuffie.
And I'm Jonathan Plummer. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye.
See you next time.